Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Baby Ballers. While I was on Twitter today and various social media outlets, I noticed a lot of toxicity surrounding our national team, and specifically surrounding Heung-Min and Kangin, and the latest ping pong gate that's been all over the news in Korea and those who love the Korean national team. I thought I'd just turn on the camera, record a quick video on my thoughts and a plea to my fellow Canty family on the real focus of our attention and anger in terms of the disappointing results we saw at the Asian Cup. So, yeah, let's jump right into it. And before I say anything further about this matter, I want to stress that this isn't supposed to be a holier than thou type video where, I'm having a moral superiority over any of you guys out there. Absolutely not. And please, please, please don't take it that way. I want to be really careful in this video because I know that this is a topic that's important to a lot of people and perhaps one that's really emotional as well. So, just to briefly summarize what's been going on in the Korean national team for our viewers who aren't familiar, the eve before the semifinal match in the Asian Cup against Jordan, there was some type of altercation involving players that included Son Heung-min and Lee Kangin, and that led to Sunny's finger being dislocated. This altercation was leaked to The Sun, which is a English media news outlet, and the Korean media outlet got a hold of it. The news was eventually confirmed by the KFA, and then there's been various outcries from the fans and media in terms of the behavior of both Lee Kang-in and Son Heung-min, and it's led to really a lot of toxicity and negative energy within the KNT and also the fan base. And specifically, I think a lot of the consequences have fallen upon our young superstar Lee Kang-in, who's lost some commercial benefits as well, and has really, had been undergoing a lot of difficulty because there's been personal attacks and family attacks as well, which we should absolutely condemn. So, this video, I want to stress that everyone is entitled to their own opinion of this saga. Even at Fighting Stripes and Bibbin Ballers, I have a very strong opinion of this topic and who's at fault and what the consequences should be. And my co host, Albert, has a very strong but opposing opinion to mine of the topic. So it just goes to show you that everyone is thinking differently about this topic, and that's why I think we're seeing a lot of friction in the fan base right now. Your opinion of this, it's going to be based on so many different factors. The culture you were brought up in, where you were brought up in, your life experiences, your temperament, your family values. There's just so many intertwined factors that it's hard to, properly analyze this situation and say, oh, my opinion is right and my opinion is superior to yours. I think that's just really impossible. I personally don't think that there's necessarily a right or wrong opinion. And I think a lot of the debates I've seen on Twitter, on Facebook, on Instagram, they stem from a genuine love of our Korean national team and these two players. So, what I cautiously ask everyone who's watching this video is that we should make sure that our debates don't turn malicious or toxic, that we're not hurling insults to each other or to any of our players, just keeping things civil, having friendly, engaging conversations. It's a really delicate time for the Korean national team right now, and I think a lot of our attention and focus and anger should be focused on the KFA president, Chung Mong-gyu, and his incompetency and his corruption rather than these two players. For Korean football to progress and continue to develop, it's imperative that Chung Mong-gyu resigns and that we see real systemic change happening in the KFA. And it's not confirmed who exactly leaked this news to the Sun, but I can guarantee you that Chung Mong-gyu is smiling somewhere, someplace, because we're focusing our attention away from him and focusing our energy into these two players and debating on who's right and who's wrong. We can't forget that Chung Mong-gyu unilaterally hired Klinsmann because of the fame and connections in the FIFA organization that Klinsmann brought. We can't forget that our Korean national team didn't touch a ball for 2 weeks leading up to the Asian Cup and only did fitness work in a hotel in Seoul because the KFA either didn't or couldn't get a training ground for our national team to practice on. We can't forget that we're scrambling right now to make funds for a domestic manager because the KFA has to play Klinsmann and his staff for the remainder of their contracts. The real focus of our attention and anger should be on Chung Mong-gyu and the KFA, and then we can deal with the players next. Also, I want to stress that the players, I'm not saying the players should be excused from any of the blame. We don't know the full details of what happened that evening. Everything is a he said, she said situation right now. We've had sources from the KFA say one thing, we've had Lee Kangin lawyer say another thing, and then the Korean media bringing in a completely new perspective. It's really difficult to know who to believe and what details are right and what details are wrong. But I think we can all conclude that some sort of altercation happened that night before the Jordan match, and that numerous players, including Son and Lee Kangin, were involved. They too, I think, have some responsibility in this matter, and whatever consequences happen from that have to get addressed, but later. Sir Alex Ferguson, guys, once said that what happens in the dressing room stays in the dressing room. He didn't want any sort of media leaks because he knew how dangerous and debilitating that is to team chemistry and team trust and ultimately team performance on the field. It isn't the players' fault that this was leaked to the Sun, the worst tabloid in England. But right now it feels like they're dealing with the vast majority of the consequences. At the end of the day, I think we can all agree that we love these players. We love our national team. We have immense pride in being Korean and supporting our Korean national team. Really, what more do we want to see than Sunny, Lee Kangin, Hwang Hee-chan, Kim Min-jae, all these wonderful football players, the football players in the K-League? All we want to see is for them to smile and enjoy their football and come to the Korean national team camp as a welcome break and a refreshment from the grueling nature of club football. We want the Korean national team to feel like home, to feel like a place where they're loved, and for them to have pride in representing us in international competitions. Let's try and support our players. Let's continue to push for systemic change in the KFA and dream of a better future for Korean football. Again, guys, I didn't mean this video to be a holier than thou type of video. I hope you guys didn't take it that way. As always, I'm interested to hear your thoughts on the matter. Let us know below in the comments below. And yeah, I just thought I'd turn the camera on for a quick video in terms of my honest thoughts and what I've been feeling in the last few days, seeing all the negativity surrounding our Korean national team on social media. I hope you guys liked the video. Make sure to like and subscribe to Ballers, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.